Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to be doing another CD review because, I've got nothing better to do, apparently. This is going to be, as you may have guessed from the full wood, yet another fun-filled journey into my expansive CD collection. And today is going to be the Florentine special. I don't have a series of CDs from Italy. Don't worry, I'm not that bad. But what I do have is most of the discography, to use the term, of one Florence Welch, or Florence and the Machine. This is Lungs. This is a bit of an old one for me, as you may see from, if I just pick it up, the sticker there is a bit scratched. There's a couple of scratches on the front of it. And the CD itself, as you'll see in a while, is absolutely, fucking thumbed and pawed and scratched to within an inch of its life. And I don't know if it still plays, but the files on my computer still do. So that's alright. And also, as you'll see in a couple of minutes, I'm not without if this CD doesn't play, and even if I don't have my computer, I'm still okay, but we'll get to that. That'll be coming up. Yeah, so, bit of as I said, bit of history behind this one. This is one of my earliest albums that I bought. I won't say it's my first album. My first album, I believe, was the soundtrack to the SpongeBob movie, so you can kind of work back and date that to whenever it is. Not the more recent one, that's kind of live action one that they're talking. I don't know if that's out now or if they were just talking about making it or what the story is exactly there. It sounded pretty silly, and I thought the movie that was there already was pretty good. It's a fun movie, it's a cool time. Everyone likes it. But yeah, once I kind of moved on from the SpongeBob soundtrack, I went to this. I didn't move on from soundtracks, mind. I have a whole collection of them, which we might do a soundtrack special at some stage, where we just go over all my soundtracks and get them out of the way. Before I accrue more, because Jesus. But anyway, yeah, this one came from a number of different influences of why I bought it. It was a combination of a good friend of mine, a good Juggernaut Jaffa. Go and visit him. He makes videos too, and they're good. And he also plays Bloodborne PvP, I think is one of the most recent things he's done. I'm not sure. I need to check that. I probably should have checked before I'm doing it. Yeah, he was one of the influences because he likes and liked a lot of crazy music, but good music. And this was one that he highly recommended. There was also a cousin of mine who listened to the same late night radio show as me, which is no longer on, sadly, but there's kind of a replacement one that's pretty good on the same channel. But that doesn't matter. Local radio isn't here to, it isn't the focus of this video. The focus of this video is this lady, one blinded Florence Welch, because I have a light directly above the table. But yeah, it was him, it was my good pal, my good amigo, it was late night radio. It was a lot of things that made me go out and actually buy this. But yeah, it's a pretty good album. Now we're going to open her up here. Let's see. We'll talk about the cover when we take out the little booklet. Now, I said earlier on that we have most of the discography of Florence and the Machine, and there are, it's not an expansive thing. There's like 3 CDs, I think. There's 3 that I know of anyway. This is the first. I'm missing the second one, Ceremonials, which is a real fucking shame, because I do remember actually reading the booklet from Ceremonials, and there's a fucking hilarious story kind of thing in it. It's the weirdest fucking thing in the... I really wish I had it. Honestly, I think I either lost it in the move, or I just sort of have it lying around somewhere, and it's just escaping my gaze. But if I find it, or if I can get another copy, I will, and I'll make another video just going over it and kind of tack it on or whatever. But anyway, yeah, this is the booklet for Lungs. Now, it's more of an art booky thing. You've got very artistic things. Now, if you're wondering what the little writing is that you can hardly read, it's all just song lyrics. Like this first one is I never wanted anything from you except everything you had and what was left after that too, which is from Rabbit Heart. I am a wait, no, it isn't. This is from wait, what? Hang on. I need to check my facts. It's been a while since I've listened to you, Lungs. No, it's from Happiness. No, sorry for the little rendition there. I just need to run through it in my head. Yeah, no, it must be from The Dog Days Are Over. Yeah, I made a mistake. I need to listen to this album again and more. But yeah, they're just little song lyrics. Now, this doesn't have a full lyrics sheet, so points lost for that. It does have these little artistic pictures though, so you get to see lots of pictures of Florence, and they are very well done. I would argue the photography in this is a lot better done than what is in Ceremonials, because I've always found the cover Ceremonials just a bit weird. Like I said, I don't have it. I'm very sorry. I will try and get one or find one, but anyway, it's not that they're hard to come by. I mean, you know. Well, no, I'll save that. No, I'll save why they're not hard to come by in a second. For a second, I'll save why they're easy to come by for a second, or maybe even a couple of seconds while I try and correct what I'm saying. Yeah, so we got more art here. Lots of nice art. Lots of lyrics. No more dreaming of the dead as if death itself was undone. No more calling like a crow for a body in the garden. Really, I thought it was always no more crawling or no more calling for a crow for a boy, and I got one. I guess that doesn't really make sense. And why would I mean, it makes sense that a crow would be in a garden, but why would you be calling for a body if you don't have one? As you may have guessed, the lyrics are, to use the term, rather, I suppose, alternative. At least that's what iTunes has always called it, which I found pretty funny, because that was like the two genres of music I had, was soundtrack and alternative, and I've still got an awful lot of weird fucking music that can't be classified as anything but alternative. But yeah, it was, what is this? I'm sorry I have to keep picking this up, but I just have seriously shit vision, so as you may have guessed, because there are my glasses and now I can't see a damn thing. Let's put these back on. Yeah, it was released. The breath that passed from you to me flew between us as we slept. It slipped from your mouth into mine. It crept. See, again, I thought that was into mine with haste. But I guess, you know, that doesn't really fit. I guess I just kind of imagined that was the word, and I've been listening to it for so long that that's just what I've always thought it is. Yeah, this is pretty much the whole thing. There's just more art there. Then there's like a dedication page. It's just people, family, friends, more photos, except these are more shoddily taken. Beautiful. Incidentally, to just briefly avert any I suppose rumor, well, not rumors so much, just sort of an idea that a lot of local radio DJs seem to have, especially back in the years when she was more popular. To call the band Florence and Her Machine is that this is getting very technical, but it's very incorrect, because much like Marina and the Diamonds, which is another more albums that I'm going to review in a while once I can find solid copies of the first two, or maybe just the first one. Yeah, Florence is, as you may tell, the lead singer, Florence Welch, and the Machine, I believe, refers to either the band or the lady who plays the synth. I'm not sure, I'd need to check that up, but anyway, it's certainly not Her Machine. It's not like a slave thing going on, although considering the duets with Calvin Harris and that, she has become somewhat other. Or was it Calvin Harris? I don't know. Either way, she could probably afford some slaves. I'm going to cut this in half because my camera's doing the 10-minute thing, so we'll be back in a second. I really do hate that fucking thing. Anyway, yeah, back to this. So it's just some dedications, who the tracks were produced by. Yeah, Lungs is a pretty fucking good album. I mean, the the book is okay, but beyond that, the album itself doesn't carry a lot with it. I mean, you got your CD here, lungs, it's some hands, maybe they're holding lungs, who knows, who can really tell. What am I reflecting there? Ah yes, a Volkswagen, lovely. Anyway, yeah, there's the CD, you might be able to see it's very, very badly damaged. Yeah, that's my mistake, and that's just kind of a, I suppose, an earthy kind of a background. Look at the back of the CD now, and we'll see you've got your track list, you've got your parts of the lungs. And yeah, it's a pretty good CD. And to kind of quickly sum it up, you know, but before the kind of the final big end sum up that I'm going to do, I would strongly recommend buying a box copy of this if you like the kind of music that she has. Incidentally, it's, if you don't know, it's very drumish, kind of. That isn't a word, I know. But what I mean is that there's a lot of drums. And I can't off the top of my head think of any other way of describing that other than lots of drums, or the aforementioned drumish. So, yeah, lots of nice vocals. She's got a good voice, fair set of pipes in her, alright. And, yeah, it's a good album. But the real reason I recommend buying it is because it is guaranteed to be the cheapest album you will ever buy firsthand. Now, I don't know why this is, but in every CD shop I've ever gone into that has ever had like a bargain section, and believe you me, I do tend to veer towards the bargain sections quite frequently, there has always, without a shadow of a doubt, been 3 or 4 copies of Lungs. And ceremonials you can find the odd time, but seeing as it's more recent, you know, it's not going to be found. But as I read here earlier on this is from 2009, if you see it there. So, yeah, it's been around for a while, and of course it came from a premium year full of premium music, so, you know, what's not to love. But because this CD is so cheap, you will often find it just about everywhere. For anyone who's read Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, you'll understand what I mean by saying that it's kind of like the modern equivalent of Queen albums in Cars back when that was written, in that nearly everybody has, or at least knows someone who has one of these, and, you know, after a little while any CD will turn to Florence and the Machine's Lungs. Case in point, this is my copy from 2009. This is another copy which I found in the door of our car 3 days ago. And was one of the driving forces that drove me to make this like a big extended special rather than just doing them separately. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck this came from, but clearly whoever bought it has not listened to it, because the security seal is still on it. And yeah, like I said earlier, if I ever need a CD copy of Lungs, I can either, you know, scrape coins from between the seats of the sofa on which a small dog is now sitting. Hello, Luna. You're asleep, so you can't hear me talking. Good stuff. I can scrape up those coins, go into any CD shop in the world, throw them at the cashier behind the counter, and he will pull on his braid, and 17 copies of Lungs will fall from the ceiling. It'll be beautiful, it'll be really, really nice. It'll be like winning £250,000 on Deal or No Deal, or something equally as impressive. But yeah, Lungs, it really is everywhere. So yeah, I would strongly recommend buying this album for the simple reason that it's good music, it's nice, you get a lot of drums, you get there's even a song. I haven't gone over the names of the songs, but you know, there's a song called Drumming Song, I believe, isn't there? Yeah, Drumming Song, number 7. And there's lots of good music on this, actually. I would be hard-pressed to say my favourite one on it when I was a young man back in 2009. My favourite was probably... I'll keep this one in shot and pick up the other one so I can see it. Which one was it? Kiss of the Fist is pretty good. I do like Drumming Song. I would say probably, though, my favourite one when I was younger was Howl, but you know, it was super duper edgy, so as was I, obviously, when I was, 2009. How couldn't you be with all that choice music that year? So yeah, I don't know what my favourite would be probably nowadays. I would say maybe, I don't know, Hurricane Drunk's pretty good, or Cosmic Love. They're all good in it. There's not that many bad songs on Lungs. Ceremonials is more hit and miss, so I don't really mind them missing that. And I wouldn't have two copies of it any day unless I go out and buy a new one, and then suddenly discover where my old one was, which I probably will do this weekend when I'm properly cleaning up. But anyway, there is a third Florence and the Machine CD, and it is only a recent edition. Now, to save myself the trouble of pausing the camera, I'm just going to cut it now and then cut back in a second, and we'll be going over the new album. Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. Right, so a couple of weeks ago, I'll just start this off with a story, it's the best way to start anything. A couple of weeks ago, I was in a CD shop with a good pal of mine. Not the same pal who recommended Florence and the Machine to me. Another one who I don't think has listened to the albums. I should probably give one to him. I say give one of Lungs, not one of the collection. Yeah, I was in the shop with him, and I was saying to him that I was going to consider doing a Lungs and Ceremonials special, because, they're fun CDs. And then my eyes peer over, because I was saying to him, I was in the second-hand section, looking over the 17 million copies of Lungs and the 1 or 2 of Ceremonials, and saying, well, there's an offer on them, so, why get them? And yeah, he just sort of listened, and we went over the new releases. And I found this, which is the new album for 2015. It's just called Florence at the Top, but the reason it's just called that is because this is a different version of it. As my good friend, who will no doubt be watching, said at the time, why the fuck would you buy that edition? It's like 20 quid. Why wouldn't you just, get them online? But the answer is, of course, because I'm a fucking idiot. And also because, yeah, I'd treat myself, why not? Add to the already stupidly extensive CD collection. But as you may or may not be able to tell, maybe, well, you will when you look at the side anyway. The actual name of the album is Florence and the Machine. How big, how blue, how beautiful. How nice. And this is the 18 to 20 quid version of it, which I have yet to open, as you'll have guessed from the plastic here. So we're going to do that now. But first we're going to look at what we can see without opening it. And really not an awful lot. There she is. She's a bit nervous. Poor dear. There she is again on the front. Less nervous. Maybe she's calling someone. I don't quite know. But there's not a whole lot you can see from this. On the bottom it just says 2015 Ireland Records, a division of Universal Music Operations. All that fun stuff. On the front we can see some song names, including Ship to Wreck, What Kind of Man, the titular How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful, Queen of Peace, Various Storms and Saints, that sounds fun, Delilah, she's back, Long and Lost, Caught, Third Eye, it's a spiritual successor to Girl with One Eye, St. Jude, I think he was the patron saint of lost causes. I don't know how I know that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that one. Actually, just search it if you want to know for sure, because honestly, I'm not too sure. And Mother, with bonus tracks: Hiding, Make Up Your Mind, The Camera Won't Focus. That's my favourite one. Which, great. Oh, it's a demo. Great. Third Eye demo. How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful demo, and The Camera Giving Up on Me. That's great. But anyway, a couple of demos, some extra tracks, all good stuff. So we're gonna finally, because this has been weeks in the running, and if you can't guess, I'm a little bit excited because I've not allowed myself to listen to any of these songs. So I'm gonna be busting into this bad boy for the first time. I should have brought a fucking knife, shouldn't I? Anyway. Live and learn. Fuck. There we go. I need to put this away so no tiny babies go and choke on it and have a drink. Not that the tiny babies would choke on it and then have a drink. I'm the one who's going to have a drink. In case you're wondering, because I know you are, today's drink is Club Passion Fruit, because, you know, I am a very passionate man, obviously, and I thought it would be appropriate. But let's bust into this. So we've seen what's in there. We've got, oh, let me just turn that over. Ooh. Right, so, oh no, Florence, please. Ah, I see. So there's Florence, and there's the plus the machine. Nice, nice. One thing I do like is that she's consistently called the band Florence and the Machine. Something which I can't say for Marina and the Diamonds, who I think it was on Electra Heart listed the band as yeah, she listed the band as Florence plus the Machine. It was horrible, horrible copyright issues. But no, she listed the band as Marina plus the Diamonds, which throws off like listings. So you need to like search for Marina. You can't just have all of them, and that's really, really terrible for people like me who have ambient Marina sounds 1 through 5. On their iTunes playlist, which is, you know, pretty fun album. Sadly I don't have a solid copy because it doesn't exist. We've got more. This is really nice. This is really, really nice. It's very plain. I mean, there's not exactly a lot I can say about it. I don't know what this is. It was on the back of this as well. It clearly had Florence quite worried or pleasured or something. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Who can really know? We've got, is that, no, that doesn't open up because the book is already here. Let's take the old CD out and see what the crack is. Nice little CD. Yeah, I'll tell you what, actually, I'm just thinking, this makes a very nice contrast with how sort of black and bleak Lungs was, and Ceremonials, like, was fairly dark as well. Well, I mean, in its subject matter, yeah, I suppose it kind of was. And certainly when you got into that art book, holy fuck. I mean, I'm not actually saying what it's about for the simple reason that it's fucking mind-blowing, the subject matter of that little story, I think is the only word you could call it. I guess it could be called a poem or maybe a diary entry. Who knows? I certainly don't. And never will, because I don't have the CD. Anyway. Yeah, this is really, really nice. Yeah, but we're getting to the best part. I mean, the box by itself is lovely, but this... Ooh, hello. Right, there she is again. Ooh, right. We're going to go through this page by page. Strap in, folks. Okay, we got more art. And, more arse. That is this a... Oh, this is a foldy outy thing. Woohoo, hot damn. Okay, this is weird. I don't know how this works. That's kind of nice. You got like this sort of panoramic over here. You got like an image of her in some water, and there's some more water, and there she is. It's one thing you will notice, if you haven't noticed it already from Lungs, is that a lot of the art in these little booklets centre around Florence more so than the Machine, or her Machine, you know, if you work for Midland and Western radio stations. Who's this? Probably Florence. Or maybe not, actually. Yeah, funny, just after I say it's centred in Florence, we get a new picture. Or maybe that's her when she was a little girl or something. I don't quite know. That's one that'll be worth investigating. This is really nice so far anyway, and it's fucking massive. I mean, it's really odd the way that it folds. I don't know how... Oh, I see. Ah, you tricksy hobbits, as I understand. It's a really long book, do you see? Do you see and don't you know? See, it folds along here, so it's like, yeah. Cool. Right, so we've already seen these ones. I just thought it was this because, I mean, look at this. When you see that, that's a really thick fucking little booklet thing. If this doesn't have lyric sheets in it, I'm going to be really fucking upset, because there is more than enough paper here. And what's this? Oh, what is this? Oh, wait, what? Hang on. It's not that it's something disgusting, no, it's just that it's something that I question whether or not I'd be able to put on camera. Um, let's play a fun game of is she or isn't she naked? Hang on, I'll be back in a second. Okay, the answer to the everlasting question of was she or wasn't she naked was a resounding yes. So, yeah, no, crisis averted. Everything should be alright now. Okay, I won't leave you there, don't worry. It wasn't fully, like, full frontal, holy shit, this is insane, naked, but the sort of nakedness that comes with wearing a frilly dress in what appears to be a swamp, a really dark swamp. In fact, the camera is picking this up so poorly, it probably would have been okay if I didn't do my amazing censorship job on it. But nonetheless, better safe than sorry. Or better safe than sexy in this case. But, I mean, fuck, already, you know, worth price of admission. Shit, yeah. Holy crap. Yeah, we've got more pictures here, more less dangerous pictures. Too hot for YouTube. Oh dear, speaking of too hot for YouTube, what have we got here? No, that's alright, that's fine. It's revealing, it's not, I mean, it might be considered, you know, Christian porn, but it's not. It's not in this house, don't worry. It's all good. Remember I said about the art thing, and, you know, it was nice and all, but I am really going to be really fucking upset if there isn't any lyrics things. Well, it's really not looking that promising so far. I mean, we've got another one of these pages that's just bronze, because I guess they ran out of pictures. Ooh, sorry about that. Yeah, no, my phone ran out of recording space, so I had to go and delete a load of shit. It's real professional stuff here, folks. It's guaranteed. Yeah, no, like I was saying there before, there's a lot of photos, it has to be said, but there's not a whole lot in the ways of lyrics so far, so I mean, yeah, these pictures are nice, I guess. There's another swamp one, less nudity. Hang on. Sorry, I just can't trust the Right Honourable Miss Welch now. Aha! Yes, I can. Yes, I can. It's lyrics, everyone. Yay. We're good. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Everything's okay now. Everything is great. Yeah, we got a little dedications thing here. First starts off by saying thank you. So, yeah, traveled to the amphitheatre Oracle, a unique stage tucked. What the fuck? Okay, that's weird. Okay, yeah, no, there's just a lot of thank yous and things, and there's something about, I guess, the orchestra where they recorded that at, and yeah, and we're back to this. Hey. So, yeah, I guess for fear mostly of wanting to, not wanting to, but for fear of having my phone say to me, hey, fuckbag, why don't you just get a camera? Again, we're gonna have to wrap this up. And in all honesty, if the quality of the it's upside down. If the quality of this is anything to go by, then the music will be very good as well, because this is really fantastic. I really like this. Is it 18 quid's worth of fantastic? I honestly wouldn't know, and I really wouldn't like to say. It really depends on how much you value the music of Florence Welch. I can't say anything about the music either, because this is the first time I've opened it, and even when I was going off doing my lovely superior edit job, which I will notice the next time I open up that book, because it'll still fucking be there because I didn't take it out before I put it back in. Anyway, fuck it, it's fine. It'll be a nice little reminder of this extremely long, extremely enjoyable video. Yeah, it was a good little album. I do like this. It looks really good. I know her voice sounds really good. I don't know about the songs yet, but if it's anything like Lungs, then I'm pretty sure I'm going to be happy. So, while I said you should definitely buy a copy of this, whether or not you should buy a copy of this, I really can't say. Christ, this is going to be a pain to fucking put together. Yeah, no, my camera keeps fucking giving me a fucking big middle finger because I've too many photos and shit on the phone. So anyway, yeah, you should probably buy. Pretty good. Boobas, fun times. I've been Tehran. This has been a rushed ending before my phone tells me to stop. And yeah, see ya.